Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Beaky with the Elder Scrolls Legends Central and the Untitled Game Show on Twitch and YouTube. If you want to see me stream this stuff live, head over to the Untitled Game Show on Twitch. What we're doing today is a deck review series. This is going to be part of my Elder Scrolls Legends Helpline series, where you guys can submit your decks and I will try to give you guys tips on improving it or just overall rate it. This was an idea came from a great username called BloodSoakedHalo. Like, I just gotta say, Halo, that is epic. That is an epic ass username, like BloodSoakedHalo. So he has sent me his deck today. We're over on Twitch right now, but we should have some fun. I want to start this as a series for YouTube as well. I'm going to be using the Elder Scrolls Legends deck tracker. I'm going to import the deck into my deck list right now, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm copying the deck URL. And it's going to import it into my game. I just got to wait till it says successful. And then we'll be able to take a look at the deck itself. In this series, I think the best way for me to evaluate the deck is, first of all, look at what's in there. And I'm actually going to play with the decks you guys sent me. So here we go. Empower Dead. And you guys will be able to see people chatting as well as we go through this, because this one is on Twitch. Just remind you of that. So let's go ahead and take a look. So this is BloodSoakedHalo Empower Dead. Let's first of all look at what this deck is comprised of. It is a 50-card deck featuring 28 creatures, 13 actions, 4 items, 5 support. 5 support, that's interesting. Let's see what 5 supports. The curve right here is kind of all over the place. 0 cost card, we have 1. Then we go up to 6, 10 on the 2, so high heavy on the 2. And it's fairly going back down and up right over here at the end game. So we have to see about that. Has a lot of different cards. Let's see what the cards are looking like, and we'll see if we can't help improve this. So he has Healing Hand. Okay, to heal up a creature, give them +1/1. Scout Report to filter out cards in his deck. Shadow Swift to move lanes and draw cards. Embassy Disguise. Enchanted Plate. Lockpick. Definitely got to fix that. Thieves Guild Recruit is fine. Brotherhood Slayer. Well, Thieves Guild Recruit is fine depending on your late game cards. Iron Arcanaut, we're gonna have to take this out, and so is Spider. Spider is gonna have to get removed out of here in overall, but I'll help you out late game in a second. So I'm guessing BloodSoak, are you kind of a new player? Let me see. What level are you? Let's ask you in chat. What level are you in game? So that will help me decide on how I can tell you to improve the deck as well. If you give me your level information, that makes me have a better idea of how much if you're locked in the game. If you're already level 50, like, you know, it will give me some help about adding new cards to this and modifying it. Let's just keep looking through everything. Necromancer's Almond, Soul Tear, Reminder. So you're going to play this. Okay, a little bit of control using this here, Mummify. He's level 31. He just told me in a message. Shadow Priestess, Stone Hiss Mage. So you should have a decent amount of cards right now. Necromancer. So it's kind of it's a necromancy deck. I understand what you're doing here. By putting all these creatures in the graveyard, you're going to be able to. The concept makes sense. I understand what you're saying right here. You want to add a bunch of creatures into the graveyard so you can get power up stuff like Flesh Arcanaut, gain a lot of health back from the Necromancer Amulet, and survive for a long time. In concept, I like it. I really don't like some of the cards you have in here. But, like I said, I'm going to play the deck first in a match. And then we'll actually come back and do a full review and think about how to actually improve the deck. So that's the 2 things I want to do for people to submit into me. I'm going to play the deck, see what happens when I play it for the first time. So let's go into a match right now. Let's start searching. Alright, we have found ourselves an opponent. So let's get in there and see what this deck has to offer. I'm not too happy about there being no 1-drop creatures here, because there's like Deepwood Trapper would work really well in a deck like this, I feel. So that would have been a nice little add, but we will see how this goes. Too early, but we'll keep Scouted Patrol. Tree's good. Spider, I would highly suggest not play this card in most situations. Spider Later is too early right now, but still, honestly, the concept. Soul Marshal, too early as well. Lockpick, definitely not going to be getting too much luck out of it, most likely, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so off the bat, Let's start pumping magic. A lot of these cards cost a lot, so we're going to have to use the ramp up to get some value. Your opponent plays his Grove. We're going to go for card draw. And let's get Necromancer's Omelet in place already, so once this guy dies, we start gaining health. Because we're probably going to play in a very aggressive Dragon Scout type deck with ramp, and you're going to lose some of your creatures. And as we have no other creatures to play right now, we got to keep ways to get health back to just stay alive, so we could get the late game strategy of using these spider layers to the best of our abilities. Lockpick in general is not really a highly suggested card to play. Getting this cheaper is excellent. Just keep cards in our hand. Okay. Next turn, we're going to play Spider Layer. The Spider Layer will combo really well with Necromancer's Omelet to go great together. If you guys have any suggestions in chat as well for him, feel free to suggest it. We got Spiner to Elder Blood on the field. We're still going to go for the play of playing Spider Layer. Spider Layer might win us this game, so it'd be smart to just start putting in play right now. Because we need our creatures to die. Or get this Grove, okay. Do you have Shadow Priest? Okay, you have one Shadow Priest. I would really suggest have more. My scales move in this current meta against something like this. Okay. Let me see what you have in your graveyard again. With only 2 Soul Tears, it's a bit risky to... Well, no, actually it's not. It's actually okay to do this. Getting this guard back, it would... Oh, god damn. What did I just... I made the deck humongous. Hold on, guys. I'll try to fix that. I apologize about that. That was a stupid mistake. Did not mean to do that. I made the deck a 20-story building. I'm sorry I'm blocking the game. Wow, that was big. My scales move in shadow. There we go. I couldn't even press it. Okay. Alright, sorry about that. Now we will do this here.
Just give me a name.
This here. Okay. So the idea here is to stay alive, keep gaining health from Necromancer Omelet, keep putting creatures out from Spider Layer. But it's gonna be tricky.
Do not think to sneak by me.
If we had another Necromancer's Omelet, playing him would be excellent. This works. This works quite well. Okay.
It's nothing personal.
Alright,
we here? The waters of life.
Okay. Alright, so we are keep it going. I had a deck like this in the past. Definitely did.
The forest is my cloak.
The thing about decks, like, in concept, they're really epic in concept, but you're not attacking very heavily. Spider. And with these these spiders, see these lethal spiders? Those lethal spiders your opponent keep playing. I can't even play this. Playing this will be dumb because he's going to kill it immediately. And lockpicks are not helping anything right now. Lockpicks are not helping anything.
That was splendid.
Yeah. Let's make sure we don't die.
Do not think to sneak by me. Doom on, take you.
And Embassy Disguise, why this card? I would love to know what you were planning to combo that with.
My scales move in shadow.
Yeah, like, what was Disguise for? Let me look at the deck list. The Disguise could have been for Night Shadow, maybe? I don't see a card that you get, or the Gravedigger, maybe. And that's why Iron is not really that great of a card. With all the removals in the game, too easy to get removed. All right, so let's go into the reviewing part of this. Let's get back into the deck editor. We'll review it and make it better. All right, here we are. We're back in deck editor, and I just got a few different questions. But I'm not, and normally I won't be able to have a chance to chat with the person while I'm actually reviewing the deck. So I'm just going to answer them myself instead of asking directly. I want to look everything over. So Embassy Disguise. The cards that I could see possibly would combo well with Embassy Disguise might be Brotherhood Slayer. You want to keep that in the shadow. Besides that, maybe him or him, but it's best to use Embassy Disguise guys on cards that have a passive effect. So that's like the first thing I would take out. So let's make a copy of this deck. I have 35 cards, so let me just go ahead and delete a deck real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this budget deck, sorcerer deck that we made earlier today. If you guys want the link for this deck, I will be putting it up on Legends-Decks, and it will be in the description of the YouTube video, and I'll post it up on my feed on Twitch as well, so you guys can find either. So I will have this deck somewhere saved, but right now it's going to get deleted. because I just need space. And unfortunately, Legends only allows us to have 25 cards, 35 decks in our inventory. So copy this. Okay. So I made a second version of it. We're going to improve it, but let's just talk about what I think about the deck and what I would rate it. I guess I'll rate it out of... I'll rate it out of 5. Okay. Alright, so... After just playing one match with it, looking through the cards, I would rate this deck a 2. This is not a great deck. It's below average for sure. It's not that in concept I like what you were trying to do, but the unfortunate problem here, you don't have a win condition. You don't have something that's going to bring you over the edge to win the match other than like one flesh Arcanaut that gets powered up. But remember, this card is so very easily able to get, you know, killed. You're playing the graveyard, which is fine as well, and I like the concept of this. And big cards like this are excellent as well, but they so easily get removed and get killed, as we saw in the match. That's going to be really your downfall. And cards like Lockpick is not really actually helping you out because it's too a risky card. It's too random to really work out. So that's really what I'm rating it to. Is that there's some cards in here that definitely does not need to be in here. Like Lockpick, 100% needs to be removed. Like, don't even bother playing with that in most serious decks. Embassy Disguise, I love this card, but unless you're playing this card with something that really combos well with it, then I would say keep it. A better replacement for if you were going to play Embassy Disguise would be playing Embassy Disguise with a card like Murkwar the Shaman, because keeping Murkwar the Shaman to just pump out curses every turn is more highly valuable to you than using this card to trade with. So if you're going to be playing a card like Embassy Disguise, think about cards like Murkwar the Shaman, or cards that give you value every single turn, or power up other creatures. Like, even another simple thing that new players could do is add Embassy Disguise to something like Richmond Shaman. Like, that's a really good play. Embassy Disguise Richmond Shaman, while it's in the shadow lane, it's cover, it just stays there and constantly powering up your creatures every single turn. So that's why I'm going to say this card should get removed as well. Healing Hand, I'm a little hesitant on yet, but we'll just keep on going. I'll say keep the Necromancer's Armlets for now. I like your concept of using them is perfectly fine. Lay Down Arms, I understand why you use this card, but we'll keep it for now. Just right now. Iron, we're going to get rid of this card instantly. Spiderlings, I understand I understand why you use this. If you're going to play the Spider Layer, go for another Spider Layer. Instead of using the Legendary, just go for another Spider Layer. If you could get through, let me see. Well, that'll make it 6. Now, another Spider Layer actually might be too much with the Necromancer's Armlet. Also, just drop it down to 4. Just drop it 4. 2-2. 2-2. You're most likely, yeah, 2-2. That's perfectly fine. 2-2. Just get 4 supports. You're not going to be able to play 5 anyway, so just get 2. I know you might want to draw it earlier, but this card's not going to win you the game. This is just going to delay and give you health. You still need something that's going to take you over to the edge to win. Soul Rest Marshal could help if everything goes right to summon another card for free, but I'm going to say no on Soul Rest Marshal. Night Shadow you could keep. Flesh, I actually will tell you to add another one in. If you're going for Empower the Dead, I'm trying to keep in with the theme of your deck. Have 2 flesh. That's perfectly fine. I don't know how many you have, but I'm just by going by your level. You told me you're level 30 and 1, and you know you probably don't have 3 copies of every great card out there. But I think this would work out a lot better having 2 of these. So once you get these Spider Layers in the graveyard, you'll be able to power this up a lot. Blackworm Necromancer, I'm actually going to say it's fine to keep this card because you are going to be gaining health pretty consistently. But I do feel like you need to gain health even more in a way. Lurking Mommy, we're going to take out Lurking Mommy. We'll keep Brotherhood Slayer. Take out Healing Hand. Thieves Guild Recruit, we'll keep. And let's get into some late game win situations. So, a deck like this, instead of using Iron, I think a card that would be highly more valuable to you is something like Blood Magic Lord. So replace this with a Blood Magic Lord and it'll actually work out quite better for you. The reason I say this, Spider Layer has ways to shackle creatures, and if the creature, you get a shackle spider, on the right creature, you'll be able to use Blood Magic Lord to kill that creature. Even on top of that too, if you have 2 Blood Magic Lords, it will be even better for you. Your Blood Magic Lord could be a late game win card, I would say, in this situation. So if you have it, I'm just gonna make it put 2 Blood Magic Lords. I'm just gonna say only 2 because I'm just going by what your deck is built of. You don't have that many legendaries in there, so if you don't already have 2 Blood Magic Lords, you probably should get one at some point. If you don't have Blood Magic Lords, another great card to add is right here, the dragon that cannot be targeted by actions. That's a great one right there. If you want to go into agility, late game agility cards, let's just go up. Just options. I like giving options to people. So if you don't have Blood Magic Lord, another great card is the Pack Master. That would work out quite well for what you're doing right here. You seem to have a lot of ways of drawing cards. Something like Eclipse Baroness might actually work out quite well for you in the deck like this, as she's a pretty good epic. If you have it, I wouldn't mind putting at least 2. I really want to put this in here, but I don't know how many you have, but how much magic you have. But I'm thinking at level 3rd, you could possibly have a lot of these cards, especially if you're here on Twitch and watching for drops and stuff. So, you know what? Let's just make something I think that's actually a little bit more playable. So we have 1 Pack Master, Blood Magic Lord, Eclipse Baroness, the Spider Layers. So now you have 7. You have 7 cards that you could get cheaper via Thieves Guild Recruits, which works out really well. You have some really powerful cards to get back from the graveyard from somebody like Blackworm Necromancer. If you get the lucky and get the hit off of this, it'll work out real well. This combos well with this, so I'm allow you to keep that right there. And in fact, I don't normally play with this card, but I could see the value in comboing them together. So I'm gonna actually say, you know what? If you want to play the undead thing, lay down arms, it might actually be interesting to, you know, have another one of those. Just seeing as the cards you already add in here. So we'll put out 2 lay down arms. So we're going to keep looking at your curve right here. So now you have 28 creatures, 10 actions, 2 items. The Enchanted Plate is fine. Early game, I think you're definitely missing out. The card I would tell you to add definitely, if you have it, this is just if you have it, the Listener is a card that I think everybody who plays agility probably should eventually have. It's one of those key cards in the game. So I would say add this in here. This would help enhance your ability to draw cards when those Brotherhood Assassins eventually come out. So that might really help you out right there. It's a good early card. And let's go ahead with other early cards at a 1-drop. I think for you, and what you're going for, because you're kind of delaying until you could get some of your supports out. Deepwood Trapper. Sorry, I passed her. Deepwood Trapper is an epic card, but she's a really good epic. And I'm only going with two copies right now, just because you don't have 3 copies of a lot of cards. So you're playing a very mid-range scout, but it's still fine. And if you don't have 3 Thorns Hiss Maze, you really should get 3. One of those other cards, I really highly suggest having 3 of them. Is great. I added another Soul Tear to recycle creatures from the graveyard. Would help you out a lot. Actually, let's just make sure. See, prophecies. Drop the scouting patrols a bit. Scouting report a bit. Drop these. And let's get you some Prophecy Guard. These Fighter Guild's Recruit is early good prophecy just in case. You seem to want to have the health advantage. So I'm actually going to tell you to take Moonlight Werebat as a prophecy. You're not going to get that much. Well, actually, Relentless Templar could work out instead. It would be nice to get Moonlight Werebat, but Templar could work out instead. Shadow Priestess. I almost feel like this deck needs Great Vitality, but as you're not playing with cards like SharePoint Dragon, it doesn't seem you're theming your deck around undead, so you're not seem to be going to combo SharePoint Dragon. If you were, I would tell you put SharePoint Dragon and Drain Vitality in here, but definitely you should have another Soul Tear in here. If you have two, you might as well have three. It's a common card, easy to craft, so you can have 3 of those. Tree Minder. You have only 2. That's interesting. Only having 2. All right, let me just look over anything else I would think that you could help you out. As weird as it might seem, you have plenty of ways to gain health with these Necromancer's Omelet, the Templar, Night Shadow, and even Blood Mage Lord. How about adding something that's not expected? A Leaf Order Blessing, being able to recycle those every single day, every single turn, could be valuable to you. So that's just my quick improvement. I'm not saying it's going to be the greatest deck ever, because in concept, these Necromancer decks are kind of really hard to pull off. Like, in reality, I would say don't even really try to be going for the Black Worm Necromancer. Don't even try to go for him these days. Soul Tear is so effective at what it does to recycle Graveyard. Unless you 100% know you're going to have the health advantage, this card is such a letdown as a 6-drop. Relentless Templar is fine. You could go more with, like, I would say, like, yo, take out this. Go for more Relentless Templar to hit face. That's another thing you could do, but I'm going to keep in with your theme of the Necromancer Empowered Dead, and we'll work with that right there. Alright, so let's go try it out. I'm going to ask him what he thinks of the changes. What you think of the changes I made? So, there you go. Let's go find a match and jump in. Alright, let's go test it out. Let's go test it out. Alright, we will keep. We'll keep these 2. Lay Down Arms is a little early, but still playable. So my opponent is playing a Sorcerer deck. He could start off with something like... He could be playing even Brutal Ashlanders. I doubt it, though. Brutal Ashlanders is not something I really expect to see here, but it could be a possibility. Windkeeper Spells Sword. Standard early game card. My opponent might be playing super aggressive, so we might lose very quickly. Alright, so we should do
The waters of
gain some Magicka. Okay, so I got a pretty good comment back from BloodSoaked Halo. That name is absolutely awesome.
Just give me a name.
See, this shows you the problem with Necromancer. When you don't have the health advantage, it sucks. When you don't have the advantage, it really sucks.
Let's shed some light on the problem.
Like, playing this card right now is not valuable at all.
I am a child of darkness.
So now we gotta hope we don't get hit with Sorcerer's Negation and then get wrecked. We want to get the health back. That sucks.
Found you.
No prophecy hurts, but
Now,
I did try to add a few more prophecies in the deck. See, this is a weird situation. Playing Spider Layer is awesome, but you're still about to take a whole lot of damage right now.
What have
It
we
may not be
here?
worth it. Yeah.
The hist provides.
There's a situation that works out a lot better. Because now my opponent has to deal with the Thrown Hist Mage, which is why I say having 3 of these is going to help you out. Because you need to ramp magic to be able to play a bunch of these cards together.
Confound you!
There you go. That's why I added in the Fighters Guild Recruit. The prophecy is super helpful. And here's where we can start. You put the guard on, the enchanted plate here, keeping him alive. Now you got a prophecy creature with lethal and everything to deal with. Your opponent's probably going to use Shadow Priestess. It's a standard move. So it sucks that you're going to get hit with Shadow Priestess, but still at the same exact time.
What have we here?
Got Blood Magic
I'm
Lord
ready
cheaper.
for anything.
So that's your win card. Now you take Lay Down Arms. Remember, we have 2 of them now. Make Young Mammoth only have 1 attack. Now Young Mammoth's breakthrough effect won't be too effective against you.
Scout ahead.
Leaf Water Blessing. You actually could discard this. As good as it is in this situation, you need other cards that are more valuable. And this card to you is going to be highly more valuable. So now he has to use Shadow Priestess to attack here, get shackled, most likely. We could use one of our Thieves Guild recruit to kill Young Mammoth.
I have many important things.
Oh,
on my
nicely
mind.
done.
Nicely done.
Mother of mine.
Good. That was good. He got probably the best card he could in that situation. That was very good.
My scales move in shadow.
Well, let's just try this first. See what we get. The guard helps.
My scales move in shadow. My scales
Kill here.
move in shadow. Chaos take you.
The guard helps.
My scales move in shadow.
And that's why you need Blood Magic Lord. It could be the key to making you survive. Like we're not, and once again, this is my problem with Blackworm Necromancer these days. This card is 0 help to you unless you have the health to use it. Without the health to use this card is not going to help you out for anything. You might even want to think about using Night Mother in a deck like this too, because Night Mother would give you the ability to put up creatures to kill with Blood Magic Lord if you eventually run 3 of them.
Your blood will feed my rat.
So now we have Drain Vitality.
If I fall, the hist will
End our turn. Okay.
You must be cleansed.
Alright. So now we'll use Necromancer's Omelet. We will put the guard down here.
The waters of life.
Then we will drain. Sorry, hold on. Let's check then we will this. Keeping your opponent creature shackled is highly to your advantage.
I'm ready for anything.
Then we get our health back from Leaf Water Blessing. We will focus guard. Yep. And that's where Lethal Order Blessings helps you out. We're out of the range of 3 lightning bolts. Your opponent probably is going to play Supreme Acromancer.
In need of my wisdom.
The breakthrough sucks. Night Shadow's great. Okay. Eclipse Baroness seems like the best choice here.
Let's go then. My time is precious.
Not right into another one. Shit.
My scales move in shadow.
See, like, I'm really gonna suggest you take these damn fucking cards out. Get rid of these. Yeah. It's such a risk. Alright. Now we gotta play on Faith and Luck.
I am a child of darkness.
Yes, the Drain Vitality is there, but I don't like the risk of breaking a rune. I could give him exactly the card he needs to beat us. Because if he breaks all of our runes, I mean, he's gonna attack us.
The egg of fine battle.
If he has a lightning bolt, we're lost.
You can't escape.
Well fought.
That was
I
fought
have many
well.
important things on my mind.
I mean, I hope you guys saw the possibility of coming back there. Like, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to wait for Drain Vitality, get the most maximum value out of it. But yeah, you know, let's just go back real quick. I really don't think Blackworm Necromancer is valuable. Like, if you're gonna, because he says you're playing rank, and I appreciate your, I like concept decks. I love the idea of making themes decks. As you guys know, you guys tell me to make certain type of themes decks. I love them. But this card these days is just, everything has to just go. It's not like Golden Saint. With Golden Saint, it comes out, it's still a guard. It's still effective even if it doesn't get its effect. So that's why people still play Golden Saint. So it works. Triumphantly draw, like, you know, with this card right here. Let me show you. Even if you don't get to draw the 2 cards from his ability, right? He's still a 4/4 body, and you're gonna attack face anyways, usually with red aggressive attacks, where eventually you'll probably be able to use this pretty frequently. So it's just one of those things I don't like. I just don't like these days. It's just the being nerfed hurt. Being a 6-drop now definitely hurts. So I'm gonna say take this out. Replace it with something else you have. I'm glad that you actually like what I was able to offer you. Just to show you everybody what his comment was. So this is what he had to say. I enjoy the thoughts and the comments you have made. I'm planning on crafting all that I don't have to improve the decks for the latter. Thank you. Well, I'm glad to be able to help. This is a new series. I'll try to work it. Definitely, though, the first version you had was a 2. You could keep your concept of playing grave digging and, you know, recycling, empowering the deck. What I would tell you to do is drop the Blackworm Necromancer, add in another Relentless Templar to keep your health high until you get the cards that you want. Get another Relentless Templar. It seems it's going to be able to work out really well for you as a 4-drop right there. So you can drop another Blackworm Necromancer and add in another Shadow Priestess to remove your opponent's creatures that's going to get in your way. It may not seem it, but I really do highly suggest people start playing with Deepwood Trapper. It's way better of a card than you think, especially when you combo it with stuff like Enchanted Plate. It's going to be very viable, very useful. This card has saved me in so many games that's unbelievable, just because I was able to pump this thing up by using Enchanted Plate or other means to get it stay on the field longer. And especially, it works so well Soul Tear. Soul Tear now is a 3-cost Magica card, right? You could use Soul Tear on turn 4, Soul Tear back Deepwood Trapper as a 1 cost and play that guard instantly. So that's another combo that I like as well. And if you're able to use all 3 Soul Tear up to level 3 given this 5/5 and now it has a Shackle ability and outside of the range of Execute is very highly valuable. So it's not always about Soul Tearing back your Blood Magic Lord. If you Soul Tear back your lowest cost creature that's still able to shackle your opponent's creature is highly valuable right there as well. So that's just my opinion on the deck. I hope you like it. If you really think you need all 3 Necromancer's Element, feel free. You don't have to have a 50 card deck. Don't let anybody tell you that at all. Feel free to go over 50 cards if it needs to make your deck work. It's just having 50 cards, it makes the deck more consistent. But you have so many cards in your deck anyways, maybe some of those cards you want to pull up sooner like Necromancer's Element. So I really hope I was able to help you out there, and that was the video for today. That was pretty fun, guys. I really like it. So this is a new series. If you guys want to participate in, well, this new Elder Scrolls Legends Helpline series, well, leave a link down below with your deck build you would like me to review. I will take some of you guys' decks and check them out and see if I can't approve them, test them out, and give them an all-around rating. I don't mean this is only for new players. If you are long-time Legend players and have a great-ass deck that's a 5 out of 5, I want to see it. I want to be amazed. I want you to blow me away. I want like, oh my god, this dude just came up with his own new meta. All type of craziness like that. Till next time, people, peace the heck out. Like if you like it, dislike if you dislike it. Later.